I think the most fitting way to start the horror host show is by going back to the beginning, 1953, 1954, Los Angeles, a Finnish gal, Malia Nurmi, otherwise known as Vampira. There she is, folks, in all of her glory. Great black and white shot. I loved that. She had her show for about, I guess, 2 seasons in Los Angeles. This was a regional Los Angeles show. And she was later, of course, repopularized by Tim Burton's Ed Wood. You know, after Ed Wood came out in the 90s, so I guess that had to have been early 90s, she enjoyed a whole new spate of popularity. As far as I know, the first horror host ever. And I'm just going to show you a little bit of video of her in action.
And the viewer sees a long, long smoke-filled corridor with standing candelabra, black silhouettes candelabra, and there's lots and lots of dry ice. And far, far away, a little silhouette shaped like a black widow spider, coming closer and closer, larger and larger through the fog, getting closer and closer. And then when she finally reached the camera, which was in a trance, oh, she said, screaming relaxes me so. Whew. So that turned him on, I guess.
Women vampires are hot.
Don't worry about that anyway. But Vampira certainly was a pioneer as far as horror hosting went.
You know, I've often been asked why I don't light my attic with electricity. Isn't that ridiculous? Everybody knows electricity shares.
So that was a little clip of Vampira. And as you saw there was Sven Gulli talking about her. And I believe that clip was from a documentary about Malia Nurmi, a.k.a. Vampira. The first horror host I ever encountered, early 1970s. And this was Morgus the Magnificent. Now, I was living on the Gulf Coast at the time, so we got many of our channels from New Orleans. And Morgus operated out of New Orleans in the famous Ice House. His show once again resurfaced. He did new episodes in the 21st century, I think sometime maybe circa 2010. He also had a film called The Wacky World of Morgus. Perhaps some of you have seen, but that is a movie. It's probably on YouTube. I've got a little clip of Morgus for you now.
Now, another Morgus memory from WYES. In 2020, Morgus fans were treated to a beautifully restored version of a 1961 episode featuring Dr. Morgus and his artificial heart machine. It's classic Morgus, carefully restored and at his best. Here's a clip.
Well, you should be getting drowsy by now, Chopsley. Should be quite drowsy. This will put you to sleep. Oh, hello, my dear lovers of science, doctors, and friends of medicine. As you can see, I'm in the process of putting my dear assistant here, Chopsley, into a deep sleep, at which time I'm going to connect the artificial heart machine by, first of all, cutting an incision right here in the chest, and then pulling the heart out, and... Wait a minute. Well, what's the matter? Oh, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, Chopsley. Look, if I ever failed... Oh, don't be silly. I've never failed at anything. Now, just relax. Besides, Dr. Belcher. Yes, Dr. Belcher's on his way here. We must get the machine hooked up to somebody so we can show him how it works.